Joining us now is Monsignor Kevin Irwin, Dean Emeritus at the Catholic University of America. Sir, wonderful to have you. Thank you so much for being here.
By all means, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So Pope Leo, he said in his homily that he wanted to be a servant to the faithful through love and unity. Given the polarization in the Catholic Church here in the U.S. and beyond, this really was a significant message. What was your read on it today?
My read is that from beginning, the moment after he was elected, he began with the word peace. Peace be with you, peace by the risen Christ. And he's going to have that as an agenda, obviously, as he's been saying it ever since. He can encourage, he can cajole, but he can't stop a war, but he can influence the leaders.
You know, at the end of the Mass, he expressed hope for negotiations to bring a, quote, just and lasting peace in Ukraine. He also offered prayers to the people of Gaza. The Vatican has offered to host a direct meeting between Ukraine and Russia. What does that tell you about the role the Church may play in foreign affairs under the leadership of Pope Leo XIV?
Well, I think it's a breakthrough. They would offer that, and they'd be very serious about that. And I'm sure that would send a signal to other countries that the Vatican could negotiate on their behalf.
And the Pope, you know, he really appeared overwhelmed with emotion when the two symbols of the papacy were placed on him, that lamb's wood stole and then the fisherman's ring on his finger, as we reported earlier. Would you mind elaborating on the symbolism there and what you witnessed as you watched that play out?
Well, the Paleium is a vestment that all archbishops wear, and as an archbishop, he would wear that in his diocese, and now he wears one in the Vatican. There's a close connection between the making of the Paleium and the papacy, and that is that in the city of Rome, there's a Benedictine monastery that raises lambs. They get blessed on January the 21st, feast of St. Agnes, meaning Agnes, Lamb of God, and then they make this vestment. So it's a very, very important Roman symbol as well as a universal symbol. And then, now, with regard to the ring that was given to him by Cardinal Tagle, I have never seen a pope so moved at that moment of the ceremony. He obviously had tears in his eyes. He looked down at the ring. I don't know what he said, but it's probably, how did this ever happen to me? But,
it really did feel like that's what he was thinking and feeling in that moment. You know, much of the inaugural Mass, as you know, it followed tradition, but Pope Leo, he did break protocol when he gave his older brother a bear hug. This was in the Basilica after the Mass when his brother and wife came up for a greeting. What was your takeaway in that moment in particular?
Well, you know, he's a very blessed man to have a family. And family means a lot to him. And I just think that that's a natural expression that doesn't go away with the papacy.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful humanity expressed in that moment. Monsignor Kevin Irwin, great to have you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.